Did you know that if you start with just $1,000 or really any amount of money and you increase it by 5% repeatedly, but you keep reinvesting each time, that if you do that 30 times, you actually more than quadruple your money. So you will go from having 1,000 to actually 4,000 or over $4,000 if you did that on 1,000. If you do it on $100, you'll go from $100 to $432. You're still quadrupling it. It's less money, but you're still quadrupling your money. So I'm going to show this effect. This is what is called compound investing. All right, and I'm going to show you the definition. Compounding is the ability of an asset to generate earnings, which are then reinvested or remain invested with the goal of generating their own earnings. In other words, compounding refers to generating earnings from previous earnings. So basically, I'm going to show you what this actually looks like numerically, and I'm going to start with the number 100. And if you're starting with 100, if you make 5% on 100, you're going to take that 100 and multiply it by 1.05. Now you have $105, right? 5% of 100 is $5. Now you take that 105 and you make 5% on that. Now you've got 110.25. Imagine you make another 5% on that. It becomes 115.76. Every time you make 5% and you keep increasing by 5%, you see how this number, it grows rather quickly. So using an Excel formula, I have an actual formula which calculates this for you. You can see the calculation. Basically, it's taking the initial amount, increasing it by 5%, but because you're multiplying it by that 1.05 over and over, basically it's exponential in a sense because you're raising it. If you do it 30 times, it's that 1.05 to the 30th power. Don't worry about the mathematical details, but the point is that you can punch these numbers in to this, and I'm going to share this Google Sheet with you as well if you want it, so you can try some numbers. This is what's going to happen. Now, it's a question of, well, how can you even increase your money by 5% repeatedly overnight, like every single day, and keep reinvesting? I mean, there are different ways that can be done, but one way, I think actually one of the easiest ways you can do that is actually through short-term trading in stocks. Now, I say one of the easiest ways, but in saying that, I'm not saying that it's easy. But when I say easiest ways, is that first of all, you get back your money right away. So, like your money every time you sell if you buy stock yesterday. For instance, I bought the stock yesterday, and right now I have a 4% return at this point. I could wait for it to come up. Now, earlier I could have sold it here, and I would have made like 10% actually. Right, but I could still make 5%. It's at 4% right now. It could go up and I could make 5% and I could sell it at that point. Now, the thing is, all I had to do was push a button to buy yesterday and push a button for it to sell today. And when it sells, that I can immediately reinvest that money right away. That's the way the stock market is. I can immediately take the profit and buy another stock or even the same one or whatever I want. So that's why I feel like short-term trading on stocks is a great way to try to do something like this, to keep increasing by a small percentage and keep reinvesting because you have access back to the investment right away. So a bank account cannot do this. The bank accounts do not jump your money 5% each day. They just don't, right? It would take a very long time to even make 5%. So basically, the number of trades, if you can do 5%, 30 times, if you can do like 30 trades and you can increase by 5% each time, this is what would happen. All right, if you did it 60 times, and this is just starting with $100, this is what would happen. If you could do it 60 times, if you could do it overnight each time, this is how much you would have. All right, so you would go from 100 all the way up to $1,867.92. All right, now it doesn't mean it's really going to be 60 days because what you have to keep in mind with the stock market is that it is only open Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So you cannot make an increase here on Saturday or on Sunday. So you've got to account for those days. So you've got to add all those days onto it, right, that you cannot trade. It's not like a tremendous number of days. You're still in 3 months. You're still going to be doing this in about 3 months or so if you add those days, right? Now, so basically, that's one approach, but there is another choice. There's something else to why a lot of times people don't want to keep reinvesting, because the thing is, today I'm winning, right? But depending on the situation, tomorrow you might not. All right. I am devising a system where it seems like I'm winning a lot more than losing, which is the idea. But basically, the point is, even if you don't lose, you may not necessarily always make 5% literally every time. Sometimes you might make less, right? Sometimes you could make more. So for some people, what might be better, at least to start off, this is another thing. This is not compounding. This is taking immediate profit. So let me show what that looks like. What this is where you start with $100, for instance. You make your $5, it becomes $105, right? But you don't reinvest the 105. You do what's called taking profits, and you actually take the $5 out completely, right? You take out the $5 completely, and you can put it over here safely in like a savings account or something, right? Some place where it just can kind of sit. All right, then you go right back to the 100, and you play, and you say you make another 5%. Okay, you're at 105, but you take that 5 out. You say, nope, I'm not playing that 5. So what you do is you keep going back and you just keep playing the same 100 on each trade, over and over again on each trade, making that $5 each time. Sometimes you might make $3, whatever, and you keeping that money aside and letting it build up over here on the side. Now, if you did that consistently, if you did that 30 times at 5% each time, well, that's $5 each time. 30 times, you're going to have $150, right? $5 30 times, $150, right? So that's a $50 profit because it took $100 to make the $150. So you made a $50 profit. So what's the ROI? Well, the ROI is 50% because you made 50 out of 100, right? So you increased your money, all right, by 50%. So basically, that's fine, right? And then if you keep going, if you do the 60 times, you'll make 200 profit, all right? And you'll have that 200 profit away on the side, safe, right? Your $200 profit. Okay, so then at that point, the thing is, you put in 100, right? But you already got out a $200 profit. You're safe, right? You can't lose now because you already got back more, way more than you put in. So you're safe. So what I would then do at that point, you can keep that 200 over here, or actually now you have 300. Yeah, that 200 over here. Take out the 200 profit. Take the 100, put it back in again over here in the compounding investment, and now do the 5% each time or whatever percentage it ends up being, but don't take the money out. Just keep reinvesting because you don't have any risk anymore because you already put aside your profits over here when you took the immediate profits. You already put aside your 200. Your 200 is safe. Remember, you used 100 to make 200. So you already can't lose. There's no way you can lose. So even if you do a compounded investment, even if you lost this whole 100, you still won because you had 200 over here. You already doubled the money, right? So if you lose 100, 200 minus 100, you're just back with the 100 that you started with. So you haven't lost, you haven't gained either, but you haven't lost, right? If you want, you can even go a little further with this. You could go, wait until you make, 350. I mean, whatever, however you want to do it, right? So you can take those immediate profit, keep playing, take those immediate profits and put them away. Keep playing back that same original amount. But then at some point when you feel like you've put away enough, try compound investing because the growth is potentially going to be so much larger. By the time you do this, you want to be good enough at what you're doing to know that you can keep repeatedly making money. I am at a point now where I'm using a Google Sheet to do data analysis, and I'm also using some other programs that I won't really show in this video. It's code, it's computer code, but this is a Google Sheet. Right now the connection is probably, every now and then Google throws down the connection, but it'll come back. As you can see, it's loading. The data will come back. But basically, it pulls in all the stock data here, and I analyze. And I've gotten to a point where it seems that I've gotten pretty good at this now to where I can kind of trust that I can repeatedly do this and repeatedly make something from it. So I'm at a point now, finally, where I'm ready to start trying, and I'm starting, literally just started this week, the compounding investments. I want to see if I can compound, and I'm starting with this very small amount of $100 on this portfolio total, and I'm going to see how I can compound it. So now literally I just started yesterday, and I bought this stock yesterday. Today you see it's going up again, 6.78%, and I did some analysis to determine that I wanted to buy this yesterday, and today it's already at 6.5% earning. These two I just bought today, and if you want to see the proof of when I bought them, I can show you the messages. Okay, IronNet. Okay, I bought this one. I bought 2 shares of IronNet on September 27th. Today is the 28th. On September 27th at 9:20 a.m. Okay, for $24.47. I automated this purchase. Okay, that was yesterday, and now it's okay. And it should show Your Energy. I just bought this morning at 9:34 a.m. on September 28th. And this other one, SGOCO, I just bought at 9:35 a.m. today, again, September 28th, 4 shares at $5.87 per share. So I literally just bought these, and you can already see some increase happening here, right? These two are small because it's still the same day, but look at this one, 6% just overnight since yesterday till today. All right, 6% already, and actually, as I said earlier, I could have made 10% on this. Look how high it went today. I intentionally did not sell it because I knew I was going to be doing some videos, and I wanted to show. I wanted to actually really show the movement throughout the day and how it was moving. All right, so I didn't sell it. But basically, that's pretty much the idea. And it's just a matter of building your skill set with this. But the thing is, what I want to do, as I can demonstrate that this approach of analysis that I'm doing, which is mainly using Google Sheets, is working, what I want to do is start to share with you some stocks that I'm picking, and when and how I'm kind of approaching it as to when I'm buying it and when I'm selling it. And basically, my approach right now is overnight. My whole goal is to buy today and sell tomorrow. That is like my whole thing. That is like the main thing. Now, it's not strict. It doesn't have to be like that 100% of the time, but that is my whole approach. And the reason for that approach has to do with this, because I want to have a sense of how much I can make right overnight every single day, because my whole idea is to do what I'm shown in this compound investment calculator. I want to be able to say 30 times on 30 different trades, know that I can maybe increase about 5% every single time, and keep reinvesting and keep increasing this thing over and over again. Okay, that's what I am aiming to do, and to see how that works out. But there's some analysis that I do, some kind of bulk analysis for certain. I'm basically screening stocks for certain kinds of traits, and I use code to do that. And I give it a list of stocks, and I can show you. I'm going to do more videos. If you're watching this in the future, they might already be on the channel, but as of today, this is relatively new. I just started this channel this week. I'm going to do some videos where I'm going to show you more stuff, like how I get some of those different stocks, and basically some of the analysis I'm doing. And I would like to help actually kind of point people towards some different patterns that I'm finding. So for instance, this one, I'm sorry the data's not up right now. I wish I could show you. At the moment I can't, but I kind of hinted at it in another video. But basically what it is, this stock has a very strong tendency where Tuesday, when you look at the data and you apply Excel formulas to the data, it shows that Tuesday has a significantly higher percent change, meaning in the upward direction, than Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And I think a lot of people might be surprised how significant the days of the week turn out to be on a lot of stocks. I've been at this for a while, months really, over the course of a year, looking at prices, trying to really see if this really, if this was really the case. And I have found that in fact it is the case, that there are stocks, for some certain stocks, there are just certain days of the week that the prices are higher or lower, and it wouldn't mean anything if the differences were small, but the differences are sometimes so significant. And when you go through the data and you use a computer program to actually count how often this is happening, it's surprising to see how often. I've seen 100% of the time for the past 90, 60 days that a stock has increased the same amount or more on a certain day of the week. Very surprising. I don't see that too often, not for 90 days, but I've seen somewhere literally for 90 days, for 3 months, they have increased, say on a Wednesday, by say 8% over and over and over again. 8% or more, or 5% or more. I'm just kind of making up numbers. And every single week, right? So these patterns do exist. These tendencies exist. And if we can capitalize on them, imagine. And the great thing about stock market is there's no competition. We're not competing with each other, right? We can all get on and we can buy this particular thing. We can sell a particular thing, and we're not interfering with each other. Right, it's not like, say, in e-commerce, which is kind of my primary business that I love. But in e-commerce, if we're all selling on Amazon, and if I share products and I say, hey, sell these products, and I'm selling those products, well, now you're going to come and take my sales, right? Not the case with the stocks. With the stocks, we can all buy it and we can all sell it together. And we can all make a lot of money together. That's the beautiful thing about the stock market, right? So I have no problem just sharing, hey, look, this is a stock that I'm buying it. Look, now I'm at 8%. I'm buying it every week, okay, on Monday, and selling it on Tuesday, and it's making a killing. There's no reason why I can't share that with you, right? So now we see we're at 8%. I'm really shooting for this to hit up at say I think it was about 10% that I'm shooting for, somewhere in the area, 10% return. So. But you don't even have to do that. I don't have to do that. I could go ahead and sell it right now. But the thing I want to point out is that this does not even have to be manual. It can be automated. And you can automate the purchases and the sales as well. So anyway, I think I said a lot in this video. Just a few things I wanted to get out for those who stuck around long enough to hear it. But my name is Mr. Mark. This is a relatively new channel as of the date of this video. And basically the main point of this video was to talk about investing, compound investing, or taking profits over time, and how you can then compound invest it and how it can multiply your money rather quickly if you're able to consistently keep winning these small percentages, even like a 5% average of 5% overnight repeatedly. And that's something that I want to do, and I want to try to help other people do as well through this channel. And that is pretty much what my goal is. See if it gets accomplished. This is the first week, and we'll see how it goes. So comments, questions, suggestions, you can leave them below. Contact information should be on the video as well. I hope to either hear from you or here on the channel or otherwise, and I'll see you around in another video.